Hello, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Happy weekend to you all. Oh, I beg you. I'm just trying to manage my voice. That is why you people did not hear from me yesterday. So today's broadcast is going to be a normal me of shouting on top of my voice. Let me try to manage my voice so that I will be giving my fans what they want or what their heart requires or what their heart needs. So that means bringing the news to your doorstep. In fact, before we proceed, I don't want to take much of your time. I want you to at least listen with me, or in fact, help me judge this matter of P2B condemning the rising security in the southeast and Benue and Plateau state. In other words, P2B have directly condemned the sit at home. I cannot blame him. I cannot say I'm here to side him or I'm here to speak on the side of the IPOB or in the side of autopilot or manual pilot or MASOP or anyone at all that is agitating for the freedom of Biafrans. But I can categorically tell you that P2B is not be doing well, because since the whole of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this man have not come out at least to say a word concerning the sit at home. I mean, concerning the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he have not been done that. Even when he was asked a question about Biafra, he said Biafra died 62 years, 52 years ago. I don't know. I can't recall that year he mentioned. But that is not the issue. The issue the point I'm trying to make here is that our Igbos, our brothers and sisters, have not been doing well, whether from the federal level, from the state level, or from the local level, because this man called P2B that is being loved by Nigerians, even the Biafrans in some part love him for him to, if he can do something when he finally gets to the seat of power. But for him coming to condemn the sit at home without not hitting the nail on the hitting the nail on the head is what I cannot support. So Mr. P2B or whatever they are calling you, LP or LB, I beg, I want to use my watchword to you. That my watchword is that let us be guided. Let us be guided. You cannot do simply because you are playing politics, simply because you don't want the so-called Northerners or the so-called Fulani Kabas that is ruling the Asorok. You don't want to comment simply because you want to become the president or whatever is being called of Nigeria. My dear brothers, it doesn't work that way. For you to know that this country did not want you, even if you like it, speak all the whole grammar from Genesis to Revelation. They don't want you, because when you go there, you are going to spoil business for them. So for you not to condemn the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but you are rubbing it right on our face, we the Biafrans, that you don't even care about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What you care is that the rising insecurity, but you never want to tackle the issue that brought up the insecurity in the first place in our own land. Well, the issue, what you talk about, the Benue and Plateau killings. I said this in the earlier on. Some people attacked me, some Yorubas and some other ethnic groups, which I don't know where they come from. They said I am trying to politicize exactly what is happening in all these places. Let me tell you people the simple truth. The mass killing, that will have mass burial in Taraba State, all the people being killed there are Christians. Look at what happened during the 8 years reign of that so-called Malam Nasiru El-Rufai in southern Kaduna. The only city being dominated by Christians. There is no any single day that break, you will never hear a mass murder, a mass kidnapping, a mass burning of houses. Plateau State, which people occupy Plateau, is Christians. They are the one that are being cleansed. In Benue State, 99% and a half of Benueans are Christians. Indirectly, these people are doing what they call religious cleansing. The agenda of Islamization of Nigeria is on top gear, but nobody, they will not tell you from the federal level. It will seem like they will come out and tell you, I condemn the killings, I am on with these people. My dear brothers, my dear sisters, let us be guided with Biafrans and every Christians in this house listening to me, even if you are not Biafra, But let us do what? Be guided. A time has come for everybody to rise up and defend themselves. These people come with an agenda to Islamize Nigeria. That is exactly what that is the main reason why they choose that Muslim ticket. You can quote me wrong at the comment section and I will tell you categorically what I know about all these things. P2B condemns rising insecurity in Southeast Benue and Plateau. So my wonderful people, now here we go anchor our news this very morning. Let us proceed to the reason why we are here. This Saturday morning. Today now TGIS, not TGIF. TGIF. Thank God it's Saturday. So let us go there. If you never subscribe to my channel, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. All the very, very important and very, very necessary. P2B of the Labour Party has reacted to the rising insecurity in the country, especially in the North Central Zone, and continued disruption of businesses and some social activities in the southeastern part of the country. It will be noted that the violent attacks on the North Central states of Benue and Plateau lately have taken a new twist, with high records of kidnapping, arson, loss of human lives, and so on and so forth. The former Anambra State Governor also condemned the continued disruption of businesses and social activities in the southeast region over the sit-at-home directive purported to be coming from the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), even when, according to him, the body had publicly denied issuing such directive. In a statement issued via his verified Twitter handle on Thursday, P2B lamented that what is going on the southeast is essentially a criminal activity that must be nipped in the bud. He said, this rising security in the country leading to mindless bloodletting, particularly in the North Central Zone of the country, and the continued disruption of businesses and social activities in the southeast are all becoming very worrisome. The violent attacks in the North Central states of Benue and Plateau lately took a new twist, with high records of kidnapping, arson, and loss of human lives, according to the first quarter mass atrocities casualty tracking report. Over 1,230 Nigerians were killed in this new regime. 79 of them security operatives, with over 600 abductions in the first quarter of this year alone. With what has been happening in the North Central and Zamfara state lately, the figures as of today will be mind-boggling, even far more than the deaths recorded in Russia and Ukraine ongoing carnage. It is unacceptable that the hundreds of lives, innocent lives, will continue to be wasted in Nigeria, needless through communal clash, bandits, and kidnapping activities. The situation in the Mangu local government area of Plateau State has raised a lot of anxiety because of the number of lives and properties lost, with very little resistance from the security operatives. Also disturbing is the continued disruption of business and social activities in the southeastern region over the sit-at-home directive purported to be coming from the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), when the body has already publicly denied issuing such directive. What is going on in the southeast, therefore, is essentially a criminal activity that must be nipped in the bud, with all hands being on deck, security agencies and people alike. The southeast governors are to be condemned for their renowned efforts at curbing these menace, but there is a need to be more strategic and intelligent driving in our approach to reducing the suffering of innocent people. Security agencies should take necessary and quick steps to arrest the ugly incident, because the country cannot be spilling the blood of the innocent citizens. We as a people, through our various governments, should up our value for human lives in the way and manner we respond to issues that touches lives. The implication, we consider going in an era where their resource will not be safe and secured in their own country, in their own ancestral lands. Therefore, I would like to urge critical stakeholders in these areas, traditional Christian and Muslim leaders, to continue pushing for peace among their people in the way and manner they conducted their lives or themselves. The various governments at all levels should also take deliberate steps to address the issue of poverty and youth unemployment, because the provision of stomach infrastructure is the surer way to tackle insecurity. Also, urgent steps should be taken consciously and intentionally to ameliorate the hardship of our people, according to Gregory Peter Obi of Labour Party. Call your son to order, according to Igbo youths. They tell Yoruba leaders that they have to call this hungry Fani Kayode to order now, or they will see the other side of the Igbo youths. The Coalition of Southeast Youth Leaders has called on Yoruba leaders to caution a chieftain of the All Poverty Congress APC, Femi Fani Kayode, to desist from his recent political utterances. Kayode has last week tackled the Abia State Governor Alex Oti, accusing him of refusing to hang the official portrait of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his office. The APC chieftain said Oti's refusal to place the official portrait in the office was because he did not recognize Tinubu as his president. Angered by Fani Kayode's outburst against the governor, Kosil, in a statement issued on Wednesday by his President General Goodluck Ibem, described the former aviation minister as a misfit who does not know where he left his clothes after birth. His recent attack on the executive governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Chioma Oti, is an insult on the entire Igbo nation, and we will not take such insult from a misfit or mischief like him. Fani Kayode should take his filthy mouth off the politics of Abia State. Abia State is not Yoruba land. He should know his boundaries. We call on Yoruba leaders to call their son Femi Fani Kayode to order before he causes a war in the nation. The statement read, Kosiel, or what you people call yourself, will you get out of this place now? Here is not Yoruba land. Keneko. As you first at this one, is that what we come here for? Ketekpa, more people total of fees. If I got over here, I chore on 1,000 naira. And after social media, now go in way in order. But all the whole problems you are facing in the southeast, the only thing you want to listen is to listen to all this garbage from Femi Fani Kayode Abi Klongbe. Get out of my face, Joe. Troops neutralize 3 bandits, recover weapons in Mango, Plateau State. Sponsor terrorists, because all these ones are being sponsored by governments. The Nigerian Army says troops of 3 divisions deployed to quell the crisis in Mango local government area of the state have neutralized 3 bandits. Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, Director, Army Public Relations, in a statement said the operation took place on Wednesday. According to the statement, the troops responded to distress calls at Mango General area immediately and fought gallantly, clearing 3 bandits. He said the troops recovered 3X AK-47 rifles, 14 rounds of 7.62 mm, special rounds, 1X motorcycle, and a constabulary police identity card. He added that the gallant troops were currently on the trail of bandits who escaped with gunshot wounds during the firefight. Well, as if that one is not enough, we have another situation at hand here. Enugu gubernatorial election, what did they call it? Controversy strains Labour Party's inspection of Beavers machine. Still on the matter of election, which have just concluded 6 months ago, a collection of some political parties in Enugu State said on Wednesday that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has complied with order of the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal. It could be recalled that the tribunal had ordered the INEC to allow the Labour Party and its candidate Barrister Chijioke Edoga access to the Beavers machines used for the conduct of the March 18 governorship election in the state. According to him, but weeks after, the Labour Party raised the alarm that the INEC had reportedly denied it access to the Beavers in defiance to the court order. However, at a press briefing late on Wednesday, chairman of some political parties in the state claimed that INEC had complied the order of the tribunal. They alleged that contrary to the order of the tribunal, the Labour Party attempted to tamper with the Beavers machines. The party said that such an alleged attempt was contrary to paragraph 8 of the court's order, which expressly states that the Labour Party and its governorship candidate Chijioke Edoga be allowed to inspect but not tamper with the beavers' machines. They equally alleged that whereas the order for Labour Party to inspect beavers' machine was granted on 29 March 2023, the party and Edoga did not present it till the last minute because they wanted to take other parties by surprise and inspect the beavers alone. Mr. Afam Ane, the state chairman of Action People's Party, APP, as well as the gubernatorial candidate of the people of the party during the election, said the INEC had complied with the order of the court. And he said, we were invited by INEC for beavers inspection because a court gave an order that the Labour Party should come and inspect the beavers today. But we actually came here yesterday, but the Labour Party insisted it was not going to hold. It was shifted to today. INEC complied the court order by bringing out the beavers machine. The directive said that Labour Party should inspect the beavers, but they came and insisted they must tamper with the beavers, but the inspection is not tampering with the beavers. The electoral law says the beavers must not be tampered with. INEC is the only body constitutionally empowered to deal with the beavers, so we said it would not happen. The Labour Party has been displaying numerous rascally behavior in Enugu State, and we have also witnessed it today. It was too awful, but we, the political parties, are here to state that INEC played their part according to what the court expected to do. We played our part too because we were here to observe what was going to happen, and we observed that the thing was done accordingly to the directive of our noble or able court. We also want to state that nobody should set Enugu on fire. Enugu State is our home. The election has been conducted and the result declared. Aggrieved parties are seeking redress in court. We are now into governors, and the state does not need all these distractions. Also speaking, the Enugu State chairman and gubernatorial candidate of the Allied People's Movement, APM, Barrister Ken Ike, expressed disappointment at what he described as Labour Party's offensive conduct. I was disappointed at the attitude exhibited by the Labour Party. They brought a handwritten list of other materials they were now requesting from INEC, different from what is recorded in the court today, but there was no objection. In the process, we agreed that these materials should be sorted out per quarter, because they can't all be brought out at the same time. The first set of beavers brought out was when the argument started. INEC then called all the parties to decide on what should be done because it is a neutral body. But Labour Party, which is just one out of the 14 political parties present, was insisting that their wish must be done, and their wish was that they can handle the material whichever way they wanted, but which we all objected to. On his part, the deputy chairman of the PDP in Enugu State, Chief Innocent Ezo, accused the Labour Party of mobilizing their members who ought not to be involved in to intimidate INEC and create crisis and confusion. There were about 14 other political parties present, all chairman, not even representatives. So we insisted that beavers should be inspected, not be opened or tampered with, as Labour Party wanted it. To our ultimate surprise again, Labour Party that were not invited by INEC all surged into this place, and they were demanding that beavers should be opened and tampered with. That is why we objected to it. Beavers should be inspected, not tampered with. He, however, commended INEC for complying with the court order by bringing out the beavers for inspection, noting that the exercise had been conducted. Meanwhile, the Labour Party has insisted that no inspection of the beavers machine took place on Wednesday. The party is accusing the Enugu State Resident Electoral Commission REC, Dr. Chukwuemeka Chukwu, of disobedience to the court order. The Labour Party said, contrary to the order of the court, the head of the department, voter education at INEC, Mr. Chuka Res Achumi, invited members of the People's Democratic Party, insisting that the Labour Party will not conduct the inspection without the agreement of the PDP. It added that this situation led to a shouting match at the INEC primaries in Enugu, leading to the disruption of the exercise by thugs. According to the spokesman of the Edoga campaign organization, Engineer George Ugu, the INEC became partisan in an exercise it was supposed to be an umpire. He called on well-meaning Nigerians to advise the electoral body to toe the path of honor by respecting a court order either. We do not understand what these people are doing. As you can see, we arrived here expecting to inspect the beavers machine. How the INEC invited PDP and insisted they will have to agree before we carry out the inspection is what we do not understand. This is the height of impunity, and we want Nigerians to bear witness that Enugu REC and INEC are not only showing unhindered partisanship but also disobeying an order of the tribunal in an attempt to frustrate our side for justice, Ugu said. They accused Labour Party of displaying rascally behaviors, warning that nobody should set the office on fire. Addressing newsmen at INEC's chairman headquarters in Enugu on Wednesday, one of the 14-party chairmen present at the gubernatorial candidate in March 18 election, Dr. Afam Ani of the All People's Party, APP, said, "We were invited by INEC for beavers inspection before a court gave an order that the Labour Party should come and inspect the beavers today. But we actually came here yesterday, but the Labour Party insisted it was going to be held and it was shifted till today." In conclusion, he however commended INEC for complying with the court order by bringing out the beavers for inspection, noting that the exercise had been conducted according to APP governorship candidate. Tinubu is trying to appease Christians. Kaduna Emperor wants religious bitterness, Shehu Sani laments. Shehu Sani, a social political activist, has said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to appease Christians in Nigeria. Sani, however, said while Tinubu is trying to appease Christians, an emperor from Kaduna State is fanning the embers of religious bitterness. He claimed that the Kaduna emperor wants Tinubu to run Nigeria based on malice and vindictiveness. Tweeting, Sani cautioned Tinubu against allowing the emperor to trigger a crisis in Nigeria. According to Sani, the government of Tinubu is trying to calm and appease the Christian population in Nigeria, while the retired Kaduna emperor is still stoking the embers of religious bitterness, hate and strife with his inflammatory utterances. He wants the country to be run with malice and vindictiveness against a certain section and against a certain faith, as he once did during his divisive and tragic tenure in Kaduna State. It is left for the president to allow him to trigger a crisis, tear or incinerate the country. Nigeria is still a fragile country. We must be careful of our utterances, according to Shehu Sani. Police killed 2 suspected kidnappers in Anambra and rescued abducted woman as well. Police in Anambra State have gone down 2 members of a gang suspected to be kidnappers. This is coming as the Commissioner of Police in the state, CP Adelemi Adeoye, has warned of police operatives in the state to desist from incessant arrest of innocent citizens of the state. Adeoye, who spoke to journalists in his maiden press conference after being posted to the state, said the command was ready to flush out criminal elements in the state. He said, "I am not in the habit of asking criminals to relocate to other states. Our promise to them is that we will flush them out by ourselves. Already we have started. What you see here are arms recovered from a gang of suspected kidnappers, and behind you are 2 members of the gang who we are neutralized." On 14/07/2023 by 8:30 p.m., the Joint Security Operatives attacked to forwarding operating base while on patrol around Oga Ezinifite Expressway in an attempt to stop 2 vehicles, an Ash Highlander SUV and a white Lexus 350 that drove suspiciously, started shooting sporadically to escape the police screening. In an intense chase by the joint forces, the deadly gang abandoned the white Lexus Jeep and took to their heels. Further information showed evidence of bloodstains on all the vehicles as they had escaped with bullet wounds. The commissioner called on operators of hospitals in the area to admit persons with bullet wounds, but also allowed the police for investigation. Adeoye said that at about the same time, operatives of the Anambra State Vigilante at Ichida bus stop along the Ichida-Ibuku Expressway were involved in a shootout with another gang of kidnappers. He said the operatives called on the police division in the area, causing the operatives of the police to join forces with the vigilante operatives to overpower the kidnappers. We recovered, rescued the kidnapped victim, neutralized 2 members of the notorious gang, recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 2 pump-action guns, 2 AK-47 magazines, 32 live ammunition, one Highlander SUV belonging to the victims. Speaking to journalists on the incident arrest of citizens in the state, especially by B Division Police Station, Adeoye said the police under his command will not tolerate any form of intimidation against citizens. We received the complainant and we have removed the DPO at the B Division and replaced him with a much more senior officer. We will not tolerate that. We are trying to encourage nightlife, so incident arrests will not be encouraged. We will descend hard on any officer that condones such. We are investigating the B Division matter, and if at the end is found guilty, we will deal very hard with such officers with their nonsense behaviors, according to the Commissioner of Police in this regard. Court invalidates Emefiele's arrest. Detention of Godwin Emefiele. Court have invalidated it, or what did they call it? In other words, release this man or charge him to court. A high court sitting in Abuja on Friday invalidated the arrest and detention of the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. The presiding judge, Bello Kawu, granted the order following an application by Emefiele. On June 9, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu suspended Emefiele as TBN governor and directed him to transfer his responsibility to Deputy Governor, Operation Directorate, Fola Shedun Adebisi Shunobi. The Department of State Service, DSS, confirmed the next day that Emefiele was in its custody for some investigative reasons. Emefiele has remained in DSS custody since then. The agency insisting that it obtained a valid court order to keep him. On Thursday, the DSS disclosed that it had charged Emefiele to court following a ruling from the Federal Capital Territory High Court. As if that one is not enough, this one is coming from Reno Omokri. He said, and I quote, "Don't oppose Tinubu unjustly." Reno Omokri begs opposition parties. Former presidential aide Reno Omokri has advised opposition members not to criticize Bola Ahmed Tinubu unjustly and unthinkingly. Omokri said all the presidential candidates except Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso of the New Nigerian People's Party promised to remove fuel subsidy and provide palliative. In a tweet via his verified Twitter handle on Friday, Omokri claimed that virtually all the flag bearers during the campaign promised to float the naira and end multiple exchange rates, expand the tax pool, and increase taxes. The presidential aide asked the opposition members not to criticize Tinubu for policies their presidential candidates also promised to implement. The presidential aide asked the opposition members not to criticize Tinubu for their policies their own candidate is also aware of. He asserted that the the president will make genuine mistakes and will be criticized, but he should not be opposed unthinkingly. He wrote, all presidential candidates except Kwankwaso promised to remove fuel subsidy, provide palliatives, float the naira, end multiple exchange rates, expand the tax pool, and increase taxes. So if you criticize Tinubu for doing any of the above, why did you support as presidential candidate? that promise to implement the same policies. Tinubu will make genuine mistakes and we will hate him, but let us not oppose him unthinkingly. If he does good for Nigeria, let's support him. According to Tinubu, I know what you are doing. All this is now. Since Atiku did not win, you are just gradually speaking in favor of Tinubu. During the time of what do they call it? Campaign. You are the one that keep on working. You go to you subpoena the university, like this, like that. Tinubu never attend Chicago University. Tinubu have a drug issue. Tinubu like this, like that. Man, since they swore Tinubu in, now you self come out on your own and said, oh, Tinubu, without not missing God, I don't want to be political, that Tinubu attended Chicago University. Look at you. You are just walking yourself through them. You want to enter into their system. That is exactly what you are doing. That is exactly what you are doing. It is not your fault, now hungry fault. At least you are looking for what they call it. You are indirectly looking for juicy appointments from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that is exactly the point. Since this election ended, I've never even seen you talk about your own presidential candidate, which is Waziri Nadamawa Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, whom you so much believe in. And I'm still waiting to hear that. I'm still waiting to see that happen soon. But I think he's not happening. It's not going to happen anytime soon. All now politics. And they say politics is a dirty game. It's a dirty game. And there is nothing dirty about politics. It's only how the people play it. That is what makes it dirty. And to me, nothing like a dirty politics. What we have is just wicked politicians who have no any single atom of human sympathy. And that is why the country keep on going from worse to worse on daily basis. Have a nice day, my wonderful people. Please like, share, comment, and also subscribe. It's very, very important and very, very necessary. Until you hear my voice again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. Have a nice day and have a nice Saturday. Bye for now.